Okay, today we are doing a small tour and a little plan into the future as to what we're doing with this boat. So a little bit of information about this boat. It is a 60-foot steel boat, originally made in about 2014 or something around there. She was originally made in Liverpool and then shipped in some way, I would assume on a barge. But it's the history is a little bit unclear of this boat, to be honest, so it's a bit hard to tell. But originally made in Liverpool in maybe 2014, 2015. And from there, she was shipped down to here, where we are now, in the east of England, where she was placed here in around 2016. And from 2016, she's had 2 owners. We are the 3rd owner of this boat. And just to give you an example, this is my eye height. I am 6'3", 6'4"-ish. She is a tall girl. This is the less glamorous side, but I'll still show it anyway. Like I said, there was 2 owners before. One was, we believe, an older man. He was a little bit chaotic. And he even bought these masts here. Just to add, this is a funny thing. These are about they're a bit longer actually. They're about 65 foot, that long mast. And that mast he bought back on a 20-foot flatbed truck. So he had believed to be about 30 foot. So basically half of this hanging out the back of the truck, and was going all the way. I mean, he did 100 miles or something with this on the back. Somehow, never got pulled over. No one called police on him or anything, and he bought this mast all the way here. But he built some stuff inside. We're not exactly sure what. I believe it was then a couple bought the boat for quite cheap, and they began working on it. So they also did some work and kind of lived inside, it seems like. And after that, we purchased it. Basically, as I'll show you inside as well, but all of this superstructure was built in Liverpool. So that was all done by a professional place, which is nice to know. And then basically a lot of the interior stuff was done by the previous 2 owners, of which we have ripped out most by now. Now we own the boat, we're going to finish her up and do everything that we need to get her done and get her actually out and sailing. She's built pretty industrial. The place that built the superstructure and did the design work, I assume, is quite an industrial place. They probably do a lot of fishing boats, I'd imagine. You know, a bit more rough stuff for sure. When finished, I don't know what she weighs currently, but when finished, she should be weighing in at somewhere around 25 tons. It is all steel, 5mm marine grade steel. With the deck lines and the general shape of this boat, it's very beautiful. So this is the full shape. One of the biggest changes we'll be doing on the exterior is this cabin top here. This is a cabin top. This will be changed out. It's going to be completely cut off and replaced with an aluminium top. It's going to keep the weight up high low, lower weight up high, which is good. And that's going to be changed for a little more of a sleek, nice curving design rather than this quite boxy design that's currently on the boat. Very tall, very deep hull design. Very nice in my opinion. I really like this kind of design. Leaves a ton of room inside to mess around with. Lovely big wide companionways here. This cabin top will also be extended out quite a bit. which is gonna shrink this down, but it's gonna really add a nice curvy shape to this. Huge space up the front here. I mean, just absolutely massive space. So this cabin top is going to be brought a lot more forward as well, especially inside, and then it's going to be made a little wider, a little lower, and a little more curvy, basically is the idea. So, beginning the interior. To begin, I apologize for the mess, and it looks a bit crazy in here. There's a very limited amount I can do by myself with moving these tanks. I can't put them forward, I can't really bring them back here without spending a decent amount of time doing that, so I'm not going to do that. But we will begin with the forward cabin. So I'm going to start from the center here just to give a visual of where we're going. So as we begin from this bulkhead here that you see is the main bulkhead forward, and this is what separates the main area of the boat, the social area, to the front cabin. Now what we are going to have to quickly explain is this doorway will be moved over as an entrance into the head here, and another door will be placed here. So you're going to walk off of the frame, off of the main floor, down a few steps to this height here, and you'll walk through a door here that you will have to imagine currently. As we step into the cabin, what will be the cabin, this side is going to be a full wardrobe cupboard section. I mean, this is massive. This is from the floor height to the roof, we're talking 2.3 meters. And generally from where the wardrobe will be, you've got about 1 meter space back to the hull. So you're going to have tons of storage space in there. Turning to what will be on your left side will be a small desk or makeup area or whatever you prefer. And along with that, we'll be having the second door that I said, this one moved over here. And this will be an entrance into what is your ensuite of the forward cabin. Again, this beam is a ring beam, so this is a nice open space, and we'll be having a big size, sort of triangular shaped bed in here. Obviously there's tons of space on the tops as well. The bed will be quite high and will allow probably a nice amount of storage underneath, almost like an ottoman bed. So one hatch here, this is a window, but it's covered up. And there will obviously be another window here, so a nice amount of light coming into here. And there's a hatch here as well, which is going to allow a nice bit of natural light in for the desk. There is also a window there. Sorry, I forgot about that. And there will be one matching on that side. So in total in this whole cabin, we have 4 portholes and 2 skylights, which is really going to allow in a nice little bit of light for this cabin. So I'll try to show this as if you're walking in, but I'm currently surrounded by tanks. So what we have is the entranceway into here, into the head. There will be a wall here, and the end of the frame here, matching this bulkhead, is a complete wall as well. So what we'll be having in the head is this corner here will be a shower, tucked away a little bit behind the mast step. On this side will be the head, the toilet. So there being the head, and as we come around here will be the worktop or countertop, bathtop. You get the idea. With a little sink here against this bulkhead. Cupboards under the sink and the area here. We have one window and one skylight, which is going to allow a nice bit of natural light in here. with the shower being tucked into the small gap here, with possibly, you know, a few shelves in there for showering things. So as you come down the stairs into the saloon, the first thing you will have in front of you is the kitchen. The entire galley kitchen area begins from, obviously there's a back wall from this bulkhead to the mast where you can see basically. And there is a kitchen piece coming all the way across, back this way, and a small island section, or a breakfast bar, whatever you would like that to be. And as we come back down this side, we come back and then we have the navigation desk tucked away into this corner here. So in the galley unit, we have an oven and microwave unit up here, which is going to be a nice high height that makes life easy. Storage underneath. As we go to the left, we have a sink. Then in the two corner pieces, we have a fridge and a freezer. They're sort of drop-down ones, reach-in freezers and fridge and freezer. In between those, we have a nice hob unit for your gas cooking. And the rest of the space around is either breakfast bar and then worktop. And as we come towards this way, we have the navigation desk in this corner here. It's a simple desk with a map drawer inside, computer units on top, and probably the electrical board above or mounted to that bulkhead on the side there. As we come around to the starboard side, we have a simple arrangement, basically a big seat as we come around the corner here, a nice rounded unit all the way across, with a big dining table in the middle, which possibly one that can lower and become an extra bed, but that's here or there at the moment. And in the inside of shut the fuck up. Inside the seat, we will have storage, and possibly at the back, either a small lip for a small little platform with a lip to store things on, or possibly reach down storage. Also inside of the seats and inside of the galley units, we will have a few hatches in the floors to reach down to either inspect the tanks or something along those lines. This nice L shape that you see here, like this, is going to be a giant hatch in the floor. A little bit uncommon, but it's going to be a very nice feature. When you open it, hydraulic rams of course, and you are going to open up to what will be a nicer looking walkway and platform like this, with your cables, access to your tanks, and access to a little bit of storage possibly, you know, just some plastic boxes you can put in, take out nice and easily. And also access to your bilge pumps down here. And what we will have on this side is this far right door here is going to be closed off behind some 18mm ply. And this here is going to be the doorway going into the aft cabin and access to the engine room. So this box here is going to be cut back and allow a nice bunch of headroom. So you step down and a little bit of an angle around like that, down into the utility area and aft cabin. So I'm now through this doorway. As you can see, this platform is what I was standing on. So the floor will be set at this height here, as you can see the 18mm ply, and we'll have stairs coming down, possibly kinked in the middle or just at an angle like this. And so this is as you come down the stairs. You have cabinets all the way across here and a nice walkway with the height is going to be messed with a little bit here to make it a little bit nicer. And there's the possibility maybe just in this corner here for a washing machine and dryer, or just one or just the other. And general storage down here. Here you may have something like your life jackets, your safety equipment, stuff like that. It's a bit hard to show. I'll show from the other side as well. But in here is the engine. and the engine room, which is possibly going to be shrunk down. It's going to be possibly be a little shorter, brought this way to add a bit more room into the aft cabin. And in this engine room, you will have obviously engine. You'll have a diesel heater related to the engine, a clarifier, anything utility that goes in a normal engine room. And so as we come back, this is what I would call the utility area up till about here, where you'll have a door leading into the aft cabin, also as the owner's cabin. And as you come in through back here, as far as I can remember, because the plan here is not fully designed. This pipe, imagine this pipe is gone, it literally means nothing, it's pointless. What you will have here is a nice big bed with about a half walk around, probably, maybe full walk around. On the sides here we'll have cabinets on both sides. And as you fully enter the room, you will have, if this is pushed back, either a nice big walkway or possibly more cabinets related to the engine room there. Currently, as I'm standing here in what will be the walkway, there's a good foot probably above my head. There's a lot of room. So what we also have to mention is 2 side windows, porthole windows, 2 skylights currently, the possibility of having 1 or 2 windows at the back here was spoken about. I don't know if it's quite decided on yet. Maybe just another big skylight. It's a little indecisive at the minute. And as you come down to this side, you have another possibility for a door to the engine room maybe. As we walk down here, we will have a walkway with a lot of cabinets down the side. And what you enter now is the owner's cabin's head, with what I'm again not quite sure as to the design. What I do know is this square here, basically where that plies to that wall, to this wall, is the shower. You can have it nice and low, and there's a nice amount of headroom in there. Possibly then the head or the toilet here, and a sink here above the whole shape, as you can't really walk here. So the walkway being about here. And this gives a little bit of a better view of the engine room. Generally, it's huge. Tons of space in here. This engine is not the engine we will be using. It is a massive Perkins engine. It's very old, it's very inefficient, it's very heavy, it's huge. You do not need an engine this big. It's definitely powerful enough, but it's definitely not what we want in it. We'll have something like a new Vitis engine. I'm not sure myself as to the horsepower of that at the minute. She is an absolute beast, that's for sure. She's very sturdy, very strong, very big, lots of room to play with, and realistically quite a lot of work to get done on her until she's ready to go and at her best.